Currently, I'm building out a software that integrates artificial intelligence, and I've been doing it for the last 6 months. This is a major update that I'm going to go over today. But if you want insight on how to develop software, the implications of software, and basically everything you should know when approaching creating software in this new market that's only 9 months old, stay tuned for today's video. As you just saw, that is a new front end that we have for Tubestamp that I plan on pushing later today. Right now, it is localhost still, but I'm going to make this video first. I actually have to make another video just to give an introduction of how to use that dashboard. But this video is very much like, hey, we're 6-7 months in. What's been going on? If you're familiar with this channel, then you're like, weren't you talking about Tubestamp in September of last year? Yes, I was. If you're not familiar with this channel, it's your first video seeing me, then hello. Let's go ahead and jump in and learn everything we need to know when it comes to artificial intelligence and creating software. So this is the new dashboard. We're going to go ahead and walk through it a little bit, but just for perspective, this is what version 1 looked like, y'all. So I'm not even going to watch the whole video. So version 1, you just logged in. I'm going to just let it play a little bit. But this was version 1. So MVP just launched. I believe this was in November when this initially got launched. But this was V1. So you had your settings. You had 2 simple pages, proceed. V2 is kind of what you see now with this, icons, creator, my plan, settings, and beta. Better. Now we're on to V3. Drastic improvements. As you see, things improve over time as we keep building and adding to this software. Before we dive into a little bit of why I did what I did here and give more perspective on that, I kind of want to give you a general overview of this new industry and what to expect. First things first, when people made multi-billion-dollar companies and they built it on the internet, they didn't need to know how the internet worked. What do you mean by that, Corbin? Why are you even talking about the internet right now? Because of the fact that for you to create valuable companies for software and AI at a base level, you don't need to know how to create or understand how AI works. You just need to understand how you can leverage it in code and software. That's a huge distinction. Throw me back in 2001, I could make a multi-billion-dollar company and not know how the internet worked. That's the layer in which I built the company on top of, because it's like that old saying, you basically are stepping on the shoulders of the giants before us. Why do I bring this up? Because just because you understand how AI works at a very base level, that doesn't matter in the market. What matters in the market is how you create value. And what I'm telling you right now, y'all, is that AI in the context of integrating into your software can do a lot of powerful stuff. And we can do a lot of powerful stuff with using normal layman dictation, or in other words, a prompt. So that being said, don't be worried or don't be taken back that in order to really do something like this, it's really advanced. Truly, it isn't. And to be honest with y'all, we are in sub-year of this industry. So this should encourage you to learn as much as possible in this industry. Welcome to the new dashboard. So why did I do the dashboard like this? The first thing is, obviously, I think we can both agree when you log in, you'd want to see this comparative to this. First step's done. Okay, perfect. Second thing, notice how I did blocking here. So this blocking is nice because I actually have more features I'm going to add to this dashboard that's going to give more insight for the user and the value you receive on the platform. But as of now, I need to push this front end, as I think we just need a big, reface of the underlying product here. This is nice as basically this is different, educational stuff for the consumer. Nice little achievement tab here that will basically, 10 process videos, 50 process videos, XYZ, XYZ. Really nice, good for tracking. Come over here. This is the new creators tab. As you see, we'll be able to connect our YouTube here, get all our videos, proceed in that manner. Then we went ahead and created an entire help center. This is really useful in the context of not understanding how to use a platform. It's nice to use a help center. This is intercom, 40 US or 39 USD a month. Then we have our plans here. Really nice. Able to change the UI a little bit here and proceed in that manner. And then we just have our settings in this structuring. So first things first, this is a nice little canvas to build additional features on. The reason I say that is, as you see right here, I'm going to be able to add more tabs here if I choose to do so. But on top of that, the way the settings is structured is very much like we could add more tabs once more value is added for the underlying consumer. Also, really cool is that this is mobile friendly. So we're able to collapse the dashboard, jump to certain things with the dashboard collapsed. This allows it so that when we jump to a mobile view, we're not having like, the worst thing is dealing with a website that has a bad mobile layout. Mobile is very valuable. I think in this context, though, it's not as valuable because you're basically uploading videos and processing in that manner. But for now, this is a nice way to present it to the front-end user. That is a cover view or overview of the new front end. But I want to make this video for the people out there that are creating their own softwares or in the process of entertaining the idea of creating their own softwares. I've done a ton of videos on this. I'll leave a playlist at the end here from concept to AI SaaS. But I want to leave you with this. I'm going to plan on keep adding to this. I'm going to keep adding value to this. I actually added, and we're still ironing out the paperwork, still finalizing it. But I'm able to add another engineer on my team. This is really going to make it so I can really push content out fast, or at least value out fast in this context. But I want to make it clear. This is day 1 to day 6 months, 7 months. Version 1, version 3. Obviously, over time, this is going to get better and better and better. When I released this, obviously I got positive responses, but I also got a lot of responses saying, oh, all it does is generate timestamps. Oh, I could do that in a week. Oh, all you're telling me is that basically I coded a project like that in 3 days. Like, whoop-de-doo. That's not the point, y'all. You got to understand, we are so early in this industry. When you start like this, yeah, if you got 100 people, you got 50 coders, you got 30 coders. No, I'm talking about like a team of 1 to 2 individuals, 3 individuals. We're bootstrapping this. This is a startup. This is AI software. When you're in that context, you need to be micro niche. My version of that is content creation. I know my pain points because I'm a content creator. Therefore, I started with timestamps. A year from now, this isn't just going to do timestamps. You can bet on that. What is it going to do, Corbin? I'm not going to say. Because I don't want to deal with competition right now. This is obviously, I know what needs to be added here to add a ton of value. It's very obvious to me because of me being a content creator. I know where the pain is. Whatever your thing is and where you've been pursuing in life, you know the pain points for your specific niche. And once you have the ability to apply that and create AI software to that niche, you're going to have a distinct advantage because you know your pain points. I don't have to do market research to understand how to add more value to content creators. This is a huge advantage. On top of that, I don't have to deal with fake data when processing videos because I process my own videos. Lean into your strengths when building out your software. Don't jump to, hey, I'm going to do a software for pet companies and you don't even like pets or you have like no experience in the pet industry. We are needing to understand our time is valuable. Therefore, expedite and truncate market research by just making something that works for you. And if it works for you, there is chances it's going to work for a ton of other people. That kind of concludes today's video. When it comes to building out an AI software, I plan on doing much more on this in the future. I did a whole playlist on this showing like very niche specific use cases and examples of this. Y'all got to understand this is like content half of the day, developing other half of the day. That's kind of how my life's been structured for the last year and a half. I probably will stay with that structuring for another year until this really hits. I think, and I basically have always been transparent on this channel, I think my content and my message and everything I've been doing up to this point is growing. But when people engage with content and people ingest content, everyone has a threshold of who they're willing to listen to, and it makes sense. I'm not going to listen to random Joe about how to grow my social media channel if they have 500 subscribers on YouTube. Completely understandable, completely respectable. Therefore, this right here, once I make this successful, because this will be very successful, I think this is going to be my way into really expanding into my niche. Without further ado, I'll see you in the next video. So that's the software I'm developing. Got a lot more work to do. That was a playlist I was referring to. That video probably is my most recent video. I don't know. YouTube doesn't really, I don't know if that's reliable or not. And that's my face right there. I'll see you in the next video.